Press 1 for city clerk and collections, 2 for cultural and civic services, 3 for economic development, 4 for building development, 5 for finance, 6 for planning and zoning, 7 for code enforcement, 8...
Planning and zoning, this is Kim speaking. How may I help you?
Hi, Kim. My name is Andrew. How are you doing today?
Doing great, thanks. How are you?
I'm doing very well. Thank you, Kim. I'm calling because I was notified by Tarpon Springs Police Department that there's the code or zoning code ordinance, I guess, is a zoning code that prevents, that says that people who are living in RVs must be within a designated RV park. And I read that code, and I saw that there's a code that states that. So I wanted to get the list of RV parks that exist within the city of Tarpon Springs.
Okay.
Inside the city limits, though. And for family friendly, obviously, 55 and older won't work.
Yeah, I don't think we have any.
It would be interesting to have an ordinance that would require RVs to be an RV park if you don't have any RV parks.
Right.
That'd be.
But the ordinance would be written with the intention of an RV park being established at some point.
Okay, so yeah, so obviously to enforce an ordinance, it has to be possible. So,
Well,
yeah.
I mean, it wouldn't be possible within the city limits of Tarpon Springs if there are no RV parks.
Right. So, well, I mean, I understand. I'm not going to be litigious or anything like that.
No, I understand.
Yeah, it's just in order to come into compliance, you know, we to be in a city. I mean, a city is a municipality, and a city chooses to make the ordinance. If we want to come in compliance with the ordinance, we don't want to leave the city in order to be compliant with the ordinance. We're inside the city. We need to find a compliance to the ordinance within the city. So, I mean, the city wouldn't have made the ordinance. The county would have made it.
Well, I mean, that's not necessarily the case. There may have at one point been an RV park in the city that was developed into something different. Because there were parks at one point in places that are no longer parks.
Right, so how would someone who lives in an RV inside the city of Tarpon Springs legally do so?
Well, you can't unless you're in an RV park, and if there isn't an RV park within the city, then you'd have to vacate the city.
Okay, and that's enforceable. Not good. I mean, I'm glad I got it on record. I mean, that's all. That's the important part is it's on record. That seems impossible, and for a city to ask someone to do that, and then not have a place to do that in, that would be. I mean, obviously, neither one of us are lawyers, and I'm not litigious anyway, but
right.
it does seem quite unenforceable. Okay, but yeah, I was trying to find out where I legally could live in an RV inside the city that I live in. So,
there is an RV park called Hickory Point RV Park that is just north of the river.
It's not in the city, though. So, like, my kids go to school in the city. They go to recreation in the city. We pay city taxes, and we're invested into the city. So, kind of want to maintain our residence inside the city.
Right. What address did you have prior to living in the RV?
Well, I don't know if I want to disclose that right now. Yeah. So, yeah, I think that I have the data I need. I wanted to make sure because, you know, obviously any tax or tariff or any type of thing that a government enforces has to be written in a way that you can come into compliance. So yeah, I'm looking at that as being, you know, making it impossible to come into compliance and still within the city. I don't know if cities are allowed to run families out of their city because they live in an RV. I don't know if that's legal. But I appreciate your time today.
Okay. All right. Have a nice day.
Thank you so much. God bless.